Hello everyone, I'm Otto and this is Ottoffline and welcome to a new video. This video is about my 4 hours of the Nurburgring Endurance Challenge. It definitely was an interesting one, let's get into it. And yes, I'm doing this one solo. So this race is 4 hours long on the Nurburgring Nordschleife VNL layout. There are 4 classes in this race. Normally there's TCR, but we didn't have them this race. There is GT3, Porsche Cup, GT4 and Toyota. I'm driving the GT4, the Aston Martin Vantage. So we are the third class on the grid. The GT3s and Porsche Cups are faster and the Toyotas are way slower. Qualifying went meh. I made mistakes on both my laps, but P4 is still a fine position to be in. It's a long race, it really doesn't matter. Qualifying is only important for surviving the start. And the more you are in the front, the more chance of survival. And let's go to the start.
Catch up to the guy ahead. Green, let's go, let's go.
That was chaotic. I don't know what was the Porsche guy doing there in the Porsche Cup. I don't know. Messy start. No accidents yet, at least that I can see. Our leader went very early.
Right side. Stay there. Right is clear now. On your right. Still there. Stay there.
Ooh, lot of check up there.
Right
One of
side.
the Porsche Cups getting spit out.
You're on the left, 3 wide. Still there.
Oh, spinner.
Into turn 4.
Clear right.
I don't know who I hit, but I got a 0x into 4x. Look at the red and silver Porsche going side by side. The red Porsche doesn't leave any room and they collide and they spin. A lot of chaos here. And the Porsche Cup gets a tap on the rear by the GT4. Chaos ensued and ooh, the purple guy has nowhere to go. We luckily can escape to the left, but it was actually quite close. P3 actually, I think. Oh no, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Car right.
Oh my
Clear
god,
on
he
the
almost
right.
lost it there. Jesus Christ. Survive stint 1 race from stint 2, baby. Accident
There's an
here.
incident in turn 1.
We got through it safely. And this white GT4 gets a massive amount of oversteer. I thought he was gonna overcorrect into me, but luckily he saved it nicely. And this Porsche Cup car just loses it on the exit over the crest and actually hits the wall. Thankfully he doesn't take out anyone else with him.
Well done, Otto. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for, P2.
Yes, so after the first lap we are in P2 with 1.5 seconds behind and in front. Now it's just time to settle in, get some pace and don't die in the first stint.
Ahead is now 1.3.
And having said that, I just immediately go in with way too much speed and just lose the car and go wide.
Tortoise is reeling you in. The gap's now 0.8.
Oh, the guy in front was going off. He's hit the wall. He's hit the wall. I went a little bit wide. He has a little bit of damage. This is just a wonderful situation. So this guy spins on the corner, and then he immediately reverses without looking in front of this guy, unsafe rejoin number 1. Then he comes back onto the track, again another unsafe rejoin, and this green guy just kind of drives into him. Then the green guy just reverses on the track and unsafe rejoins too. And then he gets bottomed out in the curb, but wait for it. This guy, I think he's mad, and he just intentionally wrecks the green Porsche and almost crashes into us, and then reverses across the track again, almost into the white GT4. That's definitely something. Let's look at it from the green Porsche's perspective. So he's just driving over here, you know, there's probably a yellow flag out right now, or coming up, or he knows definitely. He sees the car driving, he keeps it, he brakes, and he just kind of drives into him. It's not his fault, but still, he could have definitely avoided that. And then here he reverses without looking and hits another car. That's of course also not good. He gets stuck, but on the curb, he's bottomed out. But he just managed to get out, and then this guy just drives into him on purpose because he's mad. We are now on lap 4 of the race, and we are about 6 tenths behind this guy going into the last corner before the long Dottinger straight. Let's see if we can catch up. And I'm definitely getting close here, but I just lift here a little bit. I don't think it's worth it going for a move this late down the straight. So I just lift, stay behind, and let's see if we can try next lap. Here we meet our first Toyota and Hatzenbach. He kind of gets out of the way and slows down for us. We still have to go around the outside, which loses us some time, but it's a long race. We will gain it back. And here we are on lap 5 of the race, going into the last corner for the straight again. We are a bit closer this time. He goes wide in the first turn and then actually loses a bit of speed. So we have a way better exit here. Let's see what we can do with it. So here we do go for the overtake. And that's it, we are ahead. On driver's right here you can see the damage that he has from that impact with the wall. There's a Toyota on the outside here which slightly reduces my exit. You can see it right there, I just had to go around him, which grabbed a bit more speed. He's in the slipstream, but I defended into turn 1. And he doesn't go for it. I do brake a little bit too late and go wide here. But he doesn't go for the crossover, and we keep the position here, pulling a little bit of a gap to the end of the GP layout. And here I don't have the best run out of Berg work, and he is in the slipstream. Let's see what happens. And he just puts it alongside there and definitely gets ahead. I just can't do anything but back off. Nice overtake from him. I'm just going to let you enjoy some great racing here on the last lap of my stint.
Otto, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past. P2, that last lap was at 8:37.9 seconds.
On your left. Hold your line. Stay on your line. Still there, clear on the left.
Very little fuel left. In this lap, box this lap. You're wasting a lot of time here. Get your elbows out and force the pass.
Car is on your right. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Stay on your line. Hold your line. Right is clear now.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's look at that move again because I really liked it. So let's talk a bit about pit stop strategy here. You can do 7 laps when you just push normally, no fuel saving. And when you do a tiny little bit of fuel saving, you can do 8 laps. It actually depends on your pace compared to the GT3 leader if you need to do an 8 lap stint. So P2 and P3 decided to do their 8 lap stint first. My strategy was to do my 8 lap stint last because then I would have more clarity if I actually need to do an 8 lap stint. And then my pit stop went great, braked all my marks, it was almost perfect execution there. And then when P2 and P3 pitted the next lap, I was around 20 seconds ahead of them both. That happened because I actually needed to fuel less fuel. I still had 11 liters in my tank, so I needed to fuel less to go to 104 liters again. They both were completely empty, so they needed to fuel more. And I actually had a great outlap. Let's look at how not to overtake in multi-class. So I give some room on the right here and he sticks his nose in, but then proceeds to not go for it, which loses us both a lot of time. Then here he does it again, he sticks his nose in, I give him the room, he doesn't commit, loses us both a lot of time again. Here he's thinking about going up the inside again, but I just cut his nose off aggressively, he doesn't deserve the inside there. And here he does something very not nice. He pulls alongside and just pushes me out of the carousel. For next time I know I should have stayed on the left to defend the carousel, but not a very nice move from him. So here's what happened. I turned in a bit too early and touched the curb on the inside, which unsettles the car. I drift wide, I hit the grass and I die. So the car actually wasn't that badly damaged in the crash, I only grazed the barrier slightly, but I was missing a lot of top speed. And of course we do have a fast repair in this race because it is D class. But I didn't immediately go to the pits and use it. because then I had to do an extra stop later on, which would lose me a lot of time. In the third stint, literally nothing happened. Except me missing my pit box. No, but actually in the third stint I felt really nice in the car. I was setting all the best laps of the class, and it was actually a really good stint for me. And on the outlap here for the fourth stint into a miss, I just brake way too late. And then I hit the wall on the outside. It was just a pure concentration error. You have to keep in mind here that I was driving for almost 3 hours straight at this point in time. So again, the damage was really only top speed and a lot of fuel consumption, which made it pretty difficult because this stint I had to do an extra lap because of how the strategy went with my crash earlier. But because my third stint was really good, I was around 40 seconds ahead of P2 at this point in the race. And here we are around 2 laps later. Here I just brake a little bit too late and then I ask for too much rotation on the apex. The car spins, I touch the grass and I spin completely. I barely touch the wall, but not really any damage. Here I rejoin. And at this point, after the spin, I am around 11 seconds in front of P2. And there are 6 laps to go. But because of my damage and fuel saving, I am around 2 seconds per lap slower than P2. So if you do some simple maths, something interesting will happen.
The gap to Bullock behind is now 5.5.
And as the spotter just called out, we are 5.5 seconds in front of P2. We are still around 2 seconds per lap slower, and there are around 4 laps to go. Can I still defend P1 despite all my mistakes? And here we are, about 2 laps to go, 4 seconds in front of P2. I thought it was going great, I thought I was going to make it here. And instead of 2 seconds per lap slower here, I was around 1.5 seconds per lap slower. I found this really annoying that he sticks his nose in because you can't complete the move there as a GT3.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Right side is clear now.
And dead. We make some contact and I died. I get thrown into the wall. And my microphone is actually on during this clip. I'm just so brain dead at this point that I don't even react in any way. So the GT3 goes to the insider to overtake me. He doesn't really complete the pass. I probably should have let off the gas here to let him completely in front. But I take it side by side to this corner. We have a little bit of side by side contact and the Iracing collision physics just throws me into the wall. And this was just a pure racing incident. No one really to blame there. I could have definitely done something to prevent it, but I was trying to drive really fast to hold off the guys behind. I was able to drive this one back to the pits, but the race only lasted like 8 more minutes and I had like 20 minutes to prepare, so I actually never got the checkered flag. And I finished 2 laps down in P4, still gaining I rating and safety rating. Congratulations to the winner Nate, that finished the race with no notable incidents to be said. Really clean from him.